Hi, welcome to Jerry Ulrich, music.com. Today we're actually going to be going over some basics and kind of familiarizing you with the back office and how to edit some of the pages and sections within your website. As you can see here, the home page is kind of a collaborative effort of different columns and sections. One section is the albums, another section is the events, another section is the image placeholders, which are based on the gallery. Another section is the videos, as you can see here. Oops, let's go back down to video section. Albums, events, gallery, videos. Then you have your press, and then you have your blog here, and then obviously you have your footer. But we're going to go in and talk a little bit about the site itself. Now, whenever you're on a page, whatever page you're on, when you're logged in, you'll notice here that the edit page option is available. You also notice that you can also go to the dashboard, themes, customize, widgets, menus, and themify settings here. But we're going to go ahead and click on edit page, but we're going to hold down the control key so it opens us up to a new tab here. Okay. This is your home page. Okay. And notice here that it is blank in the body here, but you have a Themify custom panel here. And you'll notice here that the page is blank, but it uses a Themify custom panel. Now, the way Themify works is it's almost just like a layout builder. What it does is it builds one block on top of the other. Notice here, these are blocks. Notice that the first section says music here, okay, and you can double click it and edit the information in here. It's got a title, description here, or kind of like a summary or a shortened description. And then it has here, it has what's called a plugin or a short code, and the short code in of itself it's a button. Okay, and let's go ahead and close this out here. Let's look at another one here. Let's double click albums. Um, it says albums. Notice it has a short code, and it says to add the album posts. Limit 6 sets an image and a height as well as a style, and it makes it visible, and it says display none. Now we're going to get into this a little bit. We're just familiarizing you with the layout and the blocks. They're laid out. This is music, this is albums, this is upcoming events, this is gallery posts. Okay, this looks like this is video posts, this is from the press, and this is from the blog. Now you can edit it and make edits and changes here, and also drag and drop different items. If you want an accordion right underneath this block here, you could drag that in, and then immediately the options for that block show up. Okay, you can give it a title, you can style it, and then set the options here for it. Okay, and also add a new row there. But we're going to close that out. We're just getting warmed up here, kind of familiarizing ourselves with the panel. Now, we can edit the home page using this here, this Themify Builder section on the home page here, or we can come into the pages here. Let's go to pages, all pages. Okay, and here's the home page. Okay, we can click Themify Builder, we can go edit. We were just in the edit portion of it, but we can go Themify Builder. Now, notice how we access this page three ways. The first way we accessed the home page was we just simply went to the home page while we were logged in, and our admin user menu here showed up, and we just clicked edit page. I held down the control key, so a new tab opened up. Okay, that's one way from the front end. Okay. Another way is to go into the back end and go to, on the left hand side here, go to pages, go to the home page, and then click edit. Let's go ahead and do that. It opens up in a new tab over here, gets us to the same place. That's the second way to access the home page. And then the third way to access the Themify Builder part of the home page is to simply come here and, instead of clicking edit, click Themify Builder. That opens up to a new page. And basically this is what you get. Now notice here the home page looks a little bit different. Here you can actually see the site the way it looked like. Here you actually have the site itself showing up. Okay, and notice how each section is editable. It also has each section has a bar here across where you can minimize the sections. Okay, minimize the sections. Here's the event section. You can minimize that section. You can minimize the photo gallery. Minimize the videos. Minimize the videos. Minimize the press. And minimize the blog. There's also a section down here where you can drop modules. It just looks like a blank section. Let's go ahead and minimize the blank section. And then you have the footer. The footer is not a part of the theme builder. Notice here now you have your blocks that you can drag and drop. So this is a way to edit the home page from the front end versus the back end using the admin panel. Both work the same. Instead of having the drag and drop items up at the top, when you edit from the front end, they're located on the bottom. Okay. Instead of having the sections listed here in the little arrows here in purple or blue and baby blue or aqua, you have the sections listed here. So let's go to one section at a time. Okay. This section here, the very first section, is nothing more than text and a button. It's in a text block, but it's nothing more than text and a button. And the button is displayed through what's called a shortcode. It's a built-in code set that replaces the simplified code set so that it's more user-friendly. Okay? So you can edit that from the front end this way by clicking Edit. And notice here, this comes up, which we achieve the same thing if we double-click on the back end on this text block, and we get the same options. One is editing it from the front, one is editing it from the back. But it's nothing more than text here, okay, and your button information here. Okay, let's go ahead and close this out from the front end. Let's go ahead and close this out from the back end, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and minimize this music section. Okay, now notice there it's got a background. We can talk about this just a little more. Well, actually, we'll talk about the sections in more in detail later. Now we're just discussing the layout of the home page. Let's open up the second section here, the second row. Believe me, these are simply full screen, full width, 100% width rows that are stacked on top of each other. No big deal. Now we have the album section. Notice it has at the top of it, it has the albums, songs, some music albums, and then it has the posts listed underneath it with a total of 6. So let's go look at that. Albums, some music, and then it has 6 posts that are on a scroller listed here. Let's go back and look at it right fast. Edit this. And so you can change this text to anything that you want here. You can change this text to anything you want here and it will automatically save. It's showing the posts on your website, and then it's saying limit 6. I want the image width to be 300, the image height to be 300. I want the style to be a slider, and I want you to always show at least 5. Okay, and we'll get into what this means later. Let's close this out. Okay, and notice here the images are on a slider. Okay, it's putting the images and the title of the images beneath it automatically. Okay, all right, now let's go ahead and minimize that. Next section, third section, is the events. Let's look at the events. The events is now putting in the events from the back office. It's saying show 3. I want them to slide up. Image height, and display none. We'll get into that later. So let's go ahead and close that out. Now, before we go, it's obvious you've already noticed that we have the music section that's just text and a button. We have the albums. Now let's go to the back office and look to see where this information is pulled from. Okay, here you have your album section. So you would add your albums here, videos here, galleries here, events here, posts here. Okay, and if you had slides for slideshows there, okay, portfolio stuff there. There is a portfolio layout that comes with this site. Here's your press. So press, albums, videos, galleries, events, and your post is actually your blogs, just so you know. It's different than your press, but you would add your press here. So let's go look at those right fast, just one. Let's go into the here are your the demo press items that come with the you would just click edit here, or Themify Builder edit. Videos are added here, albums are added here, galleries, etc. So on and so on and so forth. Okay, now if you wanted to delete a section, obviously you would delete it here. Okay, or you would go into your pages, which would be here, your pages, and you would go to, now pages is kind of a general term. It actually, that's where you build all your sections on. So let's go to the home page, and there are some custom demo pages that are listed in the site itself. Okay, so here you could also come in and drag and drop sections here outside of the section and delete it. Okay, query post, query events. Um, don't worry about that right now. Let's just talk about Themify Builder. Okay, now all right, let's see. Yeah, we'll get into all this later. So now we're basically just talking about the Themify Builder on the home page. Now, last but not least, we have our albums, our events, and we have each section here. Okay, it's our gallery, our photo gallery. It's our videos from the video section. It's our press from the press. Okay, and this is our blog from the blog. And last but not least, this is just an empty section. You can see that empty section right here. Okay, nothing's in it right now though, but it's just a separator for the footer. Okay, so last but not least, let's go ahead and close this out. Okay, leave the page. Let's go ahead and close this out. If you want to view the home page, click right there. If you're not, don't have the home page open, which would be over here. Okay, we're going to close it out. I like to keep and drag this over here this way. This is what the home page looks when it's not in edit mode. Obviously, you have your albums here, and it's on a scroller with navigation buttons. Your events are listed vertically. Okay. Your images are side by side with little captions here, so you can add captions to your images that you want to showcase. Your videos are here. They actually click and open up in what's called a shadow box. Close it down there so that people don't have to scroll back and forth in order to find your content. Your press is listed here. The titles are clickable. Okay, and then this takes you into your this would be the image for that particular article, and then this would be the content, and then this would be the cover. Okay, and let's go back real fast for that album. Okay, and or the press. Okay, and then you have, in addition to that, you have your latest blog items here. If someone wanted to go in depth and read the blog, they would read it, and this is what the blog page itself would look like. What they're seeing here on the front is more of a category layout. Okay, this is editable in the Themify. This is as well. And here's your latest blog post. Okay, and then we'll get into the footer, how to access the footer later. Okay. Now, as you'll see here, this is the demo homepage layout, which is basically stacked all your major components. There are different layouts, and you can actually access some of these here. So portfolio layout, product page layout, widgets layout, magazine layout, and news layout. And all those layouts, different layouts, are accessible on home pages. Pages here, and if you want to access any of those, they can be accessed here. Okay, here's some of your layouts. Notice they're here, and they'll stay in the demo site. Okay, so you may want to go look at those and see what they look like. If you want to access any of them, corporate layout, go ahead and click edit on the corporate layout, and then click view page. Hold down the control key so it opens up into a new tab, and this is what your corporate layout would look like. It's got a larger image at the top. It's got a title. You can change this title. You You can change an image. It's got an image with a little bit of a slider. It looks like content. Looks like the image slider. Each slider comes with its own text and a slideshow indicator. A section here that has six sections, 2 rows, 3 columns, call to action, and your address. You also have the latest news listed in here as well. And so you may want to go in and look at this corporate layout without Themify and see how it's done. Looks like it has a slider component, a text component, or short code here. So here's the slider, here's the text. It's got a divider, it's got a highlight, the call out, which was the orange call out that we saw. Call out, another divider. Let's go back and look. So let's start with the slider, and then the text and divider. Let's go back and look. It's got a slider. There it is right there. Okay, it's got a slider. Text and divider. Text and then divider underneath the text. Under that, it's got the highlights. That would be these. Then under that, it's got a call out. That would be this. Then under that, it's got a divider, and then it's got a map. Then text to the right. That would be mapped here to the left. Text to the right. Now, if you wanted to edit any of this, you just wanted to use this page itself, you would double click on the text. And notice here's the text that we see on the right hand side. Notice here, it's got a map. And notice how the map's got the content in it. So if you needed to add a map, or edit that map. So if you wanted to reuse this page, or if you like this page layout and just wanted to switch up the content, I would suggest just duplicating the page or taking this page and then just changing the content if you don't want to build a custom one. So you may want to go through and look at some of the short code options here, and then if you needed to add another slider, let's say for example you would add it and drag it in place there, and then just edit the options. The options would automatically pop up. Or if you like the existing slider there, come back now to this slider and take it out. Okay. Then go in and edit the existing slider. Notice in order to get rid of it, I just kind of dragged it out. Okay. And so we have the map, then last but not least, we have a post short code underneath the map here. And latest news, it's called the post short code. So I honestly would initially I would go through and maybe check out some of the different layouts here. Some of the builder demos, agency layouts, and see how they used the majority of these short codes or these modules here that come with Themify. They have a menu, testimonials, text, portfolios, highlights, box, callouts, images, posts, videos, dividers, layouts, and each one of those has its own options and its own layouts and its own types of views, whether it be a slider, navigations, or galleries, or whatever it might be. You definitely want to probably get familiar with those, unless that's if you really wanted to delve into maybe some of the more fuller type pages if you'd like. But for the purposes of our training here, we're going to stick with the main page layout, which is the opener of video here as the background, which is absolutely beautiful. And the by now this is going to be some kind of call to action here, or call us now, or contact us, or whatever it might be, visit us. We're going to add some albums, we're going to add some events, and we're going to see if we can't build out some of this information and put in some sample information for you here. Okay. And let's go back through the right facts. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, how does this layout here, this home page, get assigned to the home page URL? This is how it's assigned. If you go into the appearance and you go into customize, initially whenever you buy a template or a layout system that uses Themify, or most all templating systems you'll have to go to the customize and click static front page. And notice here it's set to home, but you can set it to any page you want. If you decided you want to start with the portfolio page, let's go look at that one for example. Let's say for example you wanted the portfolio layout, you would save and publish that, and then whenever whenever you went to the home page, from now on, instead of using this layout, which was the home page, you then now would be showing pause all the music. You then would be showing the portfolio, which is an image slider, text block, looks like a just images or a gallery, um, images again, and so you could just showcase images. So I would probably, if you had wanted to showcase a lot of images, this looks like a pretty nice layout. You could use that, or you can change your homepage. Most of them are internal homepages. The best homepage definitely is what's already been pre-assigned to home, I believe, because it's a good compilation of all the media and all the things that a person would definitely want to add on their website. So let's go back and click save, and let's go back and refresh the homepage, and we'll notice that now that page is assigned to the homepage. All right. Next video, we're actually going to be discussing how to change the menus and how to add different menu items and how to assign those menu items to different page builds that are already existed, or even custom page builds that you can just build from scratch. Thanks. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, please consult with your Smash administrator, and we will get back to you either with a follow-up video or via email. Thanks, and have a blessed day.